How long does muscle last once you build it? This is a question that a lot of people have asked me, and today I'm going to show you guys what actually happens when you stop exercising. So, my name's Connor, I'm 23 and I work in the fitness industry. This is what I currently look like. And I've been lifting for about 6 or 7 years now. Now, if you've exercised before, you'll know it takes a hell of a lot of work with nutrition and exercise combined. This is not an easy thing, so the last thing you want is for all your gains to disappear. So, without any further ado, let's discuss what happens when you stop exercising. Let's get into it. Changes happen over weeks to months. So, here's a breakdown. Week 1. In the first week, you're already less fit. You'll have lost about 5% of your VO2 max, which means less oxygen is available to generate energy for your muscles. So, let's break it down again. If you could run, say, a 5k in 20 minutes before, your time now is going to be about 10 seconds longer than before. Now, weeks 2 through 3, you now have 12% loss in your VO2 max, so we're down to 88% of the original. There's a decrease in muscle strength tissue, and guess what, guys? Your muscle cells are now starting to become smaller. On top of this, your fat cells are beginning to get bigger. Not only this, but your 5k time is now about 60 seconds longer than it was before you stopped exercising. Weeks 4 through 7, you've got a 12 to 15% loss now in your VO2 max. Your muscle cells are even smaller at this stage, and you might even feel bloated from growing fat cells. Your 5k time was once 1 minute shorter just a week ago, is now down to 3 minutes shorter. After 2 months, 26% loss in your VO2 max, so we're down to just 74%. You stop timing your 5k because, well, it's depressing. If you keep it up, you'll also have a greater risk of high blood pressure, high levels of fat in the blood, certain cardiovascular diseases, obesity, depression, and low self-esteem. The main factor of this being, well, I'm just going to take a stab in the dark and assume that it's losing all your gains. Now, this is the good news. The rate at which you can lose your muscle is extremely overhyped, and it's actually quite a slow process, especially if you have a very high protein intake in your diet. Now, say you don't have a high protein intake and you don't train. Well, what's going to happen? Well, in this case, you will lose your muscle, but it will take some time, and luckily you have muscle memory on your side. So, if you get back into training, you will build it back just a little bit quicker than you did before. Research has shown that if you train just once per week at a high intensity in a full body workout, this is enough to maintain muscle previously built. But if you have already lost it, then, well, you are going to have to work that little bit harder just to get it back. But hey, you can't have your cake and eat it, right? Or can you? Well, in a way you can, if it's a protein cake. What I would suggest to maintain your muscle if you cannot train or are not training for whatever reason would be to consume a high protein diet consisting of 1 to 1.3 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for older adults who do resistance training. For example, a 175 pound man would need about 79 to 103 grams of protein per day. Yeah. So, as a conclusion, muscle atrophy, or the decrease in muscle size, is inevitable if you do stop training and you have a low protein intake daily. However, there are ways to slow this process down, and if you do want to keep your gains, guys, get back in the gym. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please check out the next one. It will be another informative video. I've been Connor. I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.